Hey, what's going on, guys? It's another beautiful day to bill search. It's Friday. I hope your week wasn't too killer like mine. I was working, and it was like 1,000,000,000 degrees outside here. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to some bill searching. We're going to find ourselves some collectible bills, hopefully, or something worth more than face value. Maybe not in this really beat up $5 bill right on the top. Series 2017A, there's a ton of those printed. If you're really interested in production runs and how much of them were printed and all that fun stuff, check out my bill search tool on VarietyErs.com. Or there's a few websites that are linked in my description and across my site that are not mine that have really good resources and search tools. So you can look up the serial numbers, you can see how many were printed, what amount of star notes there were, a whole bunch of stuff. And then through at least my tool, you can see some different error bills to look for and values. Nothing crazy going on. The last one, 2009 series, beat up $1 bill. Nothing nuts going on here. Really beat up condition. One thing to keep in mind is when it comes to anything collectible, of course, condition is 9/10 of the law. Kind of cool. A little bit of a stuck digit 3 there on the end where it's sitting a little bit high, but nothing to call home about. Some 7s, nothing else too crazy. 2021 series. Back of the note. Keep an eye out around the Great Seal, especially the eagle and the actual inner part of this portion of the Great Seal where it has the incomplete pyramid. There's just a lot of intricate detail in areas where you can find misprints. Hey, kind of cool. 1840, 1832. I know there was a lot of war and expansion during that period of time, but I'll look up if anything neat or historically important happened during those dates or on those years, and I will put it in the description box or in a comment if you're interested in that. I love the history behind notes. That's a lot of why I collect currency in general and collectibles in general. I love to just wonder where the bills have gone, but I also like dates and stuff on them. And good depiction of the U.S. Treasury building. Doesn't look exactly the same as that. There's a little bit there's definitely some more flagpoles and things they've added around the area, and the landscape's a little different. Holy over-inked 7. And I did set aside that little double year note, but I don't think it's anything worth more than face value. Now this guy, with this screwed up 7, it's printed abnormally on the top. If I can get my dang camera to work, there we go. Printed abnormally, it's actually double stamped here. You can see 1 7 sitting just up and behind the other one. It's also over ink or excessively inked. It's not the same on that one. That's how the normal 7 would appear. We can get real close. There we go. See if we can get her to... There we go. You can see we got kind of a real funky 7 in the middle there. So it is a slight misprint. I wouldn't say it's worth $1,000,000 or anything like that. There's a few other things going on. We can see the remnants of a counter stamp. That's what this line is here. And I have a video that covers how to determine that. And it's pretty straightforward. But this is a little bit of a counter stamp. This might be from that. A strap is about that wide, so we'll just call it that. And there's a little damage going on around here. So that's things to keep in mind. But this over-ink 7's really cool. I'm going to set it aside as like another collectible bill, and it's kind of cool. They're both 10s. 2013 $5 bill. Nothing jumping out on the front. 5s are one of my favorite designs of U.S. currency. I've just always really liked them, and I like the Lincoln Memorial as well. Nothing jumping out on the back there. Let's see if we can get these in order. Flop those around. Nothing jumping out there. 2021 series. Nothing going on in the back. Really nice condition, though. A little bit of repetition of 4s and 6s, but nothing going on. Some free highlighter and boogers and such on the back of this $10 note. This looks like ballpoint pen that broke on there. I don't know what they were doing. But nothing going on there but 20 bucks. Beat up Washington, so condition's going to have to take into account if it was collectible. 2017 series. Nothing jumping out on the front, back of the note. And nothing going on. Now we're getting into the nice dirty ones like I always get, which I love it. Nice clean $1 note, 2021 series. You'll see a lot of those, 2017. And then as they print new ones, of course. But the 2021 series is the most prevalent in bill searches thus far this year. 2017, One-Eyed Washington. Everything else is all jacked up on it. So again, condition's really a big thing to keep in mind with any collectible. And I'm sure some of you guys can comment how you keep your bills protected and your other collectibles and stuff like that. And then I will link some top loaders to protect at least your paper currency. Yeah, some 5s, some 8s. Nothing too crazy. I do like trinary notes if I can find those, but I'm really looking for binary or just 2 digits in the serial number. Getting down there, last few bucks. Looks like 5 doll hairs. Nothing on the front of that one. These ones look like they were just dipped into a glass of soda or something. They're all wet and left out in the rain. Nothing going on there. And nothing jumping out. This one's going to get skipped on anyway in a lot of ways just from damage. It makes it look almost fake. It's not, but color's all depleted out of it. The paper's actually expanded a bit. You can tell by the feel, or I can. And then, of course, all that discoloration. Nothing going on there. Nice clean depiction on the back. No misprints, no ink issues, but a little damage, but not bad. And nothing crazy. 55 bucks at one point for somebody. Back of the note, somebody folded it up and jammed it into a gutter. 4 zeros, Series 2017A. Tons of star notes to look for on those, so keep an eye out for that. Back of the note, nothing really jumping out at me. See a little bit of blurring of the ink around the words United States of America and $1, but that's pretty common. What are we holding on to? 2 $10 bills. We'll throw them together like such. Let me zoom out a little bit so you see what the heck I'm talking about. This one's going to be an over ink 7, so a minor ink smear. If it's worth anything to the right collector, I'd say maybe 15, 20 bucks to the right person. But this one's also beat up. You saw the back of it earlier, so it's going to be more collectible, I would say. And same dealio for the one up here. Although I know that there was some good expansion with the Navy as far as worldwide. Britain, Africa, Australia. There was a lot of stuff going on in the Netherlands, Antarctica, as well as the Philippines during this time period, but also here in America with things kind of edging up around war and conflict. But both of these are going to be collectible. I think they're really cool, but you can let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, let me know in the comments, wherever the comment thing is, in the comments, what you've been coming across in your collectible searches lately. I love reading about that, so I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.